Hello everybody, it's Mother's Day of May 2022 and the beginning of another gardening season. Thought I would take a walk around and show you what's growing now and what I'm going to do and what I hope to do anyway. My beloved sister passed away last fall and I've inherited a lot of her pots and some of her flowers and things, and so I'll put that down here so my kids can see it someday if they'd like. And see, I got a little bit of a job ahead of me. A lot of these pots and stands were Deb's, and let's start over here. I have a lot of work ahead of me. I have a new bench, which was over at Mom and Deb's house. And this kind of rack for those coconut coir things that you put flowers in. This is a hydrangea I planted last year, and a lot of dieback on the branches, but it's coming up in the middle down there, which is good. I have this thing to figure out what to do with, and I have a little bird that's chasing me. I did lose, I think, my big lavender here. Heavy dieback on that guy, so I'm going to have to take him out. This one's coming along, so he'll finally have some room. Let's see here. The clematises are coming up. You can see them here and there. And the Oh So Easy Rose is coming back. And the Marc Chagall. And the hollyhocks. And the peonies finally coming up. I don't know if you can see it there. And this is an at last. And look how small the leaves are. And that is my miniature rose that I got from a grocery store years ago. And these are two at lasts right here. This is a new rose that I just planted. It's a David Austin. Can't remember all the names. Oh, Lady of Shalott. It's putting out some nice growth. Planted that about a week or so ago. And this is Crown Princess Marguerite. She's finally showing some life. Last year she was just not going to do it. No, she wasn't. And the hydrangeas in the back are starting to leaf out. And this is Zephyrin Doron. I'm not quite sure. Very robust plant. This one here is a new David Austin. Which one's this? Oh, Princess Alexandria of Kent. A little slower to come on. Now let's walk around back here. And this is Sweet Mademoiselle. Look at that. And I had a little dieback here on that stem, so I'm going to have to clip that one out. But I think I want to put another rose in here. I do have this one still. This was a red and white rose that I transplanted. This is Dr. Huey on the left, and this over here is on the right is the red and white, so we're going to see how that comes along. Probably clip these off and maybe cut back Dr. Huey. Dr. Huey is the stock that it's grafted on. And then we have a new little guy over here. Oh, I can't remember the names of them. Oh, this is a Joseph Coat. That's a climber. And these are the tulips my daughter bought me years ago, and they've naturalized themselves. Let me get around here. Look at that. So bright and beautiful. And then the other ones will be coming up in the back there. This is the garden sun that I transplanted last year in July when it was so hot. It's doing real well. I got a big cane going up there, and I'm going to tie these ones in. Now these roses over here were from my sister and mom's house. This is an At Last here. And this is the one I bought my sister for her birthday, called Dark Night. Maybe if I can figure out how to stick pictures in what they're supposed to look like. Okay, motorcycles, that's enough out of you. Coming back, I have these big pots to fill. This is unknown. This is at, my mom planted this at her home. I transplanted this guy. And the same with this guy. I'll have to wait for the roses to see if I can figure out what they are. This is a little guy that I got from Heirloom Roses back when they had the debacle with the credit cards. It's supposed to be a climber by the name of Handel. And it just kind of sat last year when I planted it. It was hot, can't blame anybody. It's hot, nobody wants to do much. It seems to be coming back stronger this year. And there's some more of the tulips that my daughter bought me. Now over here, this one jumped in my cart. I'm sorry guys, it did. This is New Dawn. I was at English Gardens, which is a local nursery here. And it just jumped in my cart, You know how that is. There's big old bees here. See that big old bee? I have these pots to fill. And this is a new one that I got. I'm sorry my filming's not so great. This is James Galway to be a climber. Let's see if I get you can see nice new growth here on this one. And those are dianthus that are coming back. And some heuchera that I transplanted. This is another one that I got. It's called Cherry Parfait. It's a tea. And it's coming on real well. Let me get around the stuff here. I've got fencing. I don't know what to do here. And this is the one from David Austin my daughter bought me by the name of Eustacia Vi. Let's see if I can get it up close so we can actually see it. Well, doing the best I can here. So that one's got nice growth there. And some more coming along. And then my son bought me a David Austin called Vanessa Bell, which is on its way. So I'll find a spot for that. Now back over in this mess. I cut some of this back, but I am going to be chopping this big guy down. It's getting over. Got some daffs still there. A little hyacinth work going on. My black lace elderberry. He's just kind of lost his mind. Sort of like the rest of us, right? Back here, usually our black Rebecca, and where I plant the caladiums. And there's the tulips, and an akiba, which is a strange vine. And these are, what are they called? Ditch lilies that I saved and transplanted. And here's the stilbe coming back. There's two of them there. There's one there. And this is a dogwood, the red stemmed version, planted last year. And then these over here The peonies coming up. This fence finally fell down. I've gotten half of the fence down, but not all of it yet. These are foam flowers, which are really cool. There's 3 of them here. And then back over there, the peonies coming up. And this is a very, very old sage. It's been around every year. I take and dry it. And there's more tulips here. And some daylilies. And another dogwood. And another clematis. Heuchera. And here's the last rose that I planted over here years and years ago that I am going to transplant out. Give it some sun. It's not in a good place. It's been shaded for too long. So I'm going to dig it up, stick it out in the rest of the beds there. So I have tarped off a lot of this because I'm going to extend the beds out here. Kind of curve it. And then over here. Give myself a little more room over here. Just plant something. Dig all this up and put this edging down. I need to get more of this edging. And maybe curve it around here with the pot and close the pot. And then over here, kind of do the same thing. Give it a little curve here. And then bring the curve out here. I don't need grass pain. Which will give me more room to plant roses and really pretty things. I have 2 more trellises over there. I have some fencing I can wind stuff up on. So, and pots, I think I counted 19 pots to fill of the big ones. I mean, there's small pots too, but I'll be lucky, I think, if I get the 19 done. So that's where I am so far. The snow in summer, which is this kind of white greeny stuff, spreads. I didn't realize how much it spread. It's a great cover, and I love the finger in the lens. That's always good. And when it blooms, it's pure white blooms. So I'll take a video of that and show you. Some of these I might get rid of. I have some Russian sage in here that just doesn't do anything. There are phlox back there. But like stuff like this guy right there, I have a couple of those in there. Just not, I'm not feeling it and they're not feeling us. So that's where we are so far. The daffodils are pretty over there. Look at that. So not too many seeds this year, I don't think. Just because I'm not planting, direct planting, you know. So yeah, it's another year. We've made it this far, which is always a good sign. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.